Yes, viewers, hello viewers, good evening. Once again, we are entering the second series in our discussions on funding business loan. In the last series we looked at generally what and how you can go about getting loan from financial institutions. In this series we are beginning today, we are looking at specifically getting loans for your business from the Bank of Industry. Loan from the Bank of Industry. By way of introductories, what is the mandate of the Bank of Industry? It's set up by the federal government to finance, to fund, to give loans to businesses that are engaged in the real sector. By real sector, we mean manufacturing in particular. And then other aspects of real sector, including the primary products, the agro-allied industries. And then you also have some strategic services like information and communication technology business. The BOI, that is Bank of Industry, has a list, about 41 lists of businesses, lines of businesses that they support with loans. Behind these discussions, maybe you go to our website or that of Bank of Industry. Our website is www.vanguardngr.com. We will post these 41 areas of businesses which the Bank of Industry supports, so that you will check where you fit in. But if perhaps your own line of business is not among the 41, please write us or write Bank of Industry, and they will know where appropriately you will fit into. Having introduced that, may we go straight into some of the things, prerequisites, I may call it, you need to have before you need to know before you approach Bank of Industry for business loan. Number one, like I said, the mandate. What type of business are you into? That is sorted out. Real sector, manufacturing, agro-allied, and the 41 list I talked about. Number two, what kind of loan does the Bank of Industry give? The Bank of Industry gives loan for equipment and machineries. Equipment and machineries. Of course, you have other needs like land, like buildings, in other structures. No, Bank of Industry will not give loans that cover that area. The other important area you might need a loan for is working capital. Yes and no. They give loan for working capital indirectly. That is, they do it through banks, through other institutions. You will have a list of 10 banks. We call them SME-friendly banks that Bank of Industry uses to advance what we call working capital loans to businesses. If you again go out to our website, www.vanguardngr.com, you will see the list of the 10 banks. You can also go to Bank of Industry website and get the list of the 10 banks in case what you need is working capital for your business. The next thing you need to know is what type of business you have. Do you have? Your business must be a registered one. Just either a business name, a limited liability company, and in the upscale, it could also be a PLC. But then it must be registered. What that means is that Bank of Industry will not give you loan as an individual. They will not give you loan as a person. They can only give loan to your company, registered company, registered with Corporate Affairs Commission, whether just as a business name or a limited liability company. Then the next thing you need to know before you think of approaching Bank of Industry for a loan is how much do I need? I can just tell you that Bank of Industry gives loans starting from 5 million naira and above. 5 million naira and above. I don't want to give the upper limit because I know for most of us, the upper limit is far-fetched. For example, 10 billion. It just suffices for you to know now that is just 5 million naira and above. But we know the bulk of businesses that fall into the category we call the small and medium enterprises or even micro enterprises would not need up to 5 million naira. So what do? What does the Bank of Industry do? The Bank of Industry can as well still fund that your business, but this time around through other financial institutions called the microfinance banks. So if you need a loan of less than 5 million, you can still apply. You can still get that through microfinance banks that are partnering. They are partner institutions with Bank of Industries. They partner with Bank of Industries to get this loan from Bank of Industry and disburse to lower categories of businesses that fall into what we call the micro businesses. So these are the 5 things you will have at the back of your mind. Maybe in the next editions, if there are more issues arising from questions people will ask, we will raise it. The things you will need to know. These would not guarantee you a loan in Bank of Industry. We are only saying in this episode that you need to have this at the back of your mind to know whether you can now approach Bank of Industry for loan with your loan application, or you need to realign yourself with these prerequisites for approaching them. I mentioned them again. Bank of Industry's mandate is to finance the real sector, fund the real sector businesses. By the real sector, I mean manufacturing, agro-allied, information and communication technology, and some other set business areas listed in a 41 schedule, 41 item schedule. Like I said, go to our website, go to BOI website, you will see the 41. And if you are not, your business did not fall into any of the 41 list of items or business lines, you can write to them, Bank of Industry or Vanguard, and then we see how you can be properly placed. And I also said that beyond the mandate of the segments of the businesses they fund, they will not finance individuals. They can only give loan to your company registered as a business name or a limited liability company. I also did say that they give loan for only equipment and machineries for your business. One important thing I forgot to mention there is that they will not disburse the loan to you cash. No. They will rather pay for that equipment and machineries which you want to purchase. They will pay to the supplier on your behalf. They will not pay the loan amount into your bank account for you to draw cash and use to do whatever. They will pay for the equipment and machinery for which you are requiring a loan. And I also say one of the things you have in mind, you should know before approaching Bank of Industry is that beyond the equipment and the equipment and machineries, they can also give you working capital loan, but not directly. They do it through their 10 partner banks. You will get to know these banks when you visit our website or that of Bank of Industry. And finally, I said that the minimum amount of loan that you can get from, that you will get from Bank of Industry is 5 million naira. That is 5 million naira and above. You may require something less than that. Yes, Bank of Industry has alternative or a different arrangement for that through microfinance banks, partnering with Bank of Industry, you can get a smaller amount of loan for micro and small businesses. Dear viewers, this is where we draw the curtain in today's episode. We expect to hear from you after this moment. You can send us the mail, you can go to our Twitter handles, you can post your questions, you can make your remarks and comments on www.vanguardngl.com/SME and entrepreneurship. We will receive your questions, we will get back to you, we will give you all the information you may require. Until then, enjoy your evening. Good night.